So this one was a mixed bag for me. The look of it, you could easily say that the animation was just bad and it looked cheap, but I feel like that cheap look might have contributed to this steampunk Victorian vibe. It was very dark and grungy, kind of reminded you of the setting of Jekyll and Hyde. And what contributed to this dark vibe was the mental asylum. It's basically just a personal pit of this Doctor Strange, and all the prisoners are just in the pit. They have different makeshift restraints. One has a box over his head, the other has his hands in this makeshift wooden restraint, and it was very unsettling. And when they're talking about lobotomies and stuff like that, it really helped add to this creepy vibe. And Doctor Strange had some great lines. "You can't kill me, it's antithetical to your neurosis. I'd stake my professional opinion on it," right before he gets tossed into the pit. I wish he was in it more. And the burning blimp, the grappling hook, again, all added to that grungy, pulpy mood. But I just feel like the action, while they had some good set pieces on the burning blimp, on the burning roller coaster, the action itself was kind of underwhelming. Just a lot of heavy punches, nothing really memorable. And honestly, you didn't get an action hero vibe from Batman at all. What you did get was a detective vibe. At one point he says, when you eliminate the impossible, what remains, however improbable, is the truth. Going full Sherlock Holmes there. And honestly, Alfred felt a bit like Watson at times. And I thought Jack the Ripper was a great villain. One, you could talk about some interesting social issues, how he's targeting prostitutes and the police take these murders less seriously, so in some ways that incentivizes people to target prostitutes and puts a target on their back. But we get this interesting twist on Jack the Ripper that rather than him just liking to kill and choosing prostitutes for pragmatic reasons that it's going to draw less police attention, he actually wants to rid the world of sin, and he sees prostitutes as this great hotbed of sin. And we really get some interesting monologues towards the end, fleshing out this psychology. And for the most part, I thought the villain monologues were quite good. It goes a little overboard at times. At one point, he says, "That slut nun of yours." I don't even know if the biggest misogynist in the world would ever call a 70-year-old nun a slut, but maybe. And when you get the reveal of who Jack the Ripper is at the end, I thought it was quite good. They introduced enough characters throughout the story that as the viewer, you could play a guessing game and try to make a guess. And I think at the end, when it's revealed, you're going to be satisfied with who they ended up picking. And the dialogue, I have mixed feelings again. For the most part, I feel they kind of played it safe. It's not particularly witty or fun, nothing too memorable, but there are some good lines. So the dialogue kind of ranges from unobtrusive and just kind of there in the background to a few times you're like, oh, that's a pretty good line. And the voice actors deliver the dialogue quite good. Bruce Greenwood, who's the voice actor for Batman, he is on a tear. In 2017, he was in The Post, he was great in that, Gerald's Game, and then Kingsman Golden Circle, I thought he was great in that too, and now he's doing this, just on a tear lately. So if you're not a fan of Batman, I wouldn't say rush out and see this. I think you're probably going to get turned off by the look of the animation, pretty lackluster action scenes, particularly at the beginning, some boring dialogue, again, particularly at the beginning. I think it's slow, it looks ugly, and you probably won't like it. But I think if you're a fan and you're going to stick with it and watch the whole movie, you're probably going to walk away, not blown away, not gushing about it, but saying, all right, decent job.